Hey, what's up guys, Runefire Storm, and welcome to Celeste, and you may be wondering, well, you shouldn't be, because the title says it all. Welcome to 100 Reports, where I go over games that I have 100%ed, and that includes in my Let's Plays / playthroughs and stuff like that. I'm actually recording this at 2 a.m., which sounds not unusual, but it's just because today's been a pretty hot day, so I have to wait till very late into the night to record so that I can safely close my window without overheating. It's still kind of hot, but when I'm done with this, I will immediately open it back up. Well, today we're going to be talking about Celeste, of course. I don't mention that, but there are a few things I have to go over before we get started and go over what I have done. As you can see, I have a supposedly quote-unquote 100% playthrough based on the stamps and gold texture on my file up there. There's a catch, obviously. There's this thing in Celeste called assist mode. Assist mode has a thing called, well, assist mode in general is just very helpful, but there's an option that particularly breaks the game, or kind of like that. Not necessarily breaks the game, but I guess it's invincibility, basically. Now, theoretically, that would mean that I could have beaten the entire thing with assist mode, because even if you do something with assist mode, it still counts it as completed. So I'll be also going over which parts I did do with assist mode, because, well, there are some parts I did have to do assist mode for one reason or another. Other than that, I've been playing the Itch.io. Well, I downloaded this game from Itch.io. The reason I have to mention that is because there's no achievements on this, which means I didn't have to do achievements such as some on the Steam side where you have to collect 6 strawberries without touching the ground, completing Pico 8, stuff like that. I did not actually do those technically, because we're using. There's no way to prove that, I don't think. There might be something that you get for completing Pico 8, but I will not be covering that today. We're covering the stuff that you can directly see, and I know you can directly see. So, let's get started. I'll hopefully be doing a little bit of editing for this one, so this video will take a bit to get out, I guess. Let's start with this one. All chapters have been beaten, which is to say pretty easy, but, well, easy is in the eyes of the beholder, but yeah, I did indeed beat every single level. Beaten is just a general term, though for Seasides, I did use assist mode to slow down, and at the end, well, I only use assist mode to slow down the game speed. I should have mentioned that I'm going to be mentioning when I use invincibility, because there were times I had to use invincibility. There's a part in 8-C where I did use invincibility, but it was right at the end. But even with the invincibility, I still opted to do exactly what the level asked me to do, which was do a particularly hard set of jumps, which I will be showing in this clip right here. I kind of want to get it well with invincibility though, so I'm gonna keep invincibility on. Yeah, I don't know why I can't. Okay. I'm just gonna use this to practice and stuff. Need dashes though. I just realized that I need dashes. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna have to explain this in my 100% video, but the whole thing with me physically doing the invincibility thing, but not necessarily getting it without invincibility. Now that we had that covered, there's also the likes of Chapter 9. Farewell. There was, well, most of the game was done with assist mode, but mostly with varying game speeds. I changed it around multiple times throughout that playthrough. However, well, there was one or two screens at the end that I just opted to use invincibility because it'd either be too frustrating to do constantly and retry over and over, at least on camera, or I just did it because I kind of gave up. It was very tiring just to even try it once, perhaps. I didn't really opt to do it, basically. It's a very time-consuming section. I did show the invincibility on camera, so there you go. Yep, I think that's it for all levels beaten. I guess we should go over my actual stats first before I continue. 6,557 deaths and 33 hours of total playtime. Playtime is, I'm assuming, anytime you're in the actual game, not, say, navigating this menu here. Alright, let's go to our Madeline's journal here. And you can see all our stats here. You can see how our deaths are arranged. You want to pay attention to this progress part, which actually shows the strawberries and like deaths, the total deaths, I believe, because that's kind of important. Yeah, because there's this thing where it's record speedruns, and most of these are done with invincibility, so like speedruns aren't really a thing that should be taken into account. Still took 21 out. Wait. Yeah. 21 hour because the B-sides? Actually, it is 21 hours, right? It's 21 minutes for farewell. There we go. It's 3 hours total for clears, but what we want to examine here, however, is full clears. Full clear is something I just did recently in the past couple of weeks. Basically involves getting every strawberry, cassette tape, as well as crystal heart in one go for the normal levels, the A side, as some may call it. We also have strawberries. On the file, you can see there's a strawberry icon, a golden strawberry icon, as well as a normal strawberry icon. Getting every single normal strawberry nets off the red one, and every golden is the golden one. There's 202 in total, and if you get... Is it 202 you get golden file, or is it every stamp and 202 you get golden file? I don't know, but if we go to our stats here, well, some of the strawberries go past the maximum, and those are the golden ones. So 24 out of 20, 4 of them are golden. Now, most of them say 3 more than they usually have, but Chapter 1 actually has an additional one where you're supposed to beat Chapter 1 without dashing at all. Now, I did do that, but I had to use invisibility because there's that one part where you're supposed to climb the other side of the wall, and at that point I did not have any techniques to scale that wall easily. It's like the part where you had to use you have to launch to the right side and you need to climb up. It's that one part. You probably might know what I'm talking about. Let's see. There's also the Moonberry in Chapter 9. Although, of course, since it's Chapter 9, I use assist mode. I use assist mode invincibility for that one, which is the second screen. And also, golden strawberries were done with assist mode, invincibility, and just speed in general. Or like infinite dashes, just to make it easier, because golden strawberries you're supposed to do a level without dying. I'm not doing that with Chapter 9 or like any other chapter. I can barely even, I'm not even sure if I can even beat Chapter 1 without dying. That's saying something. But yeah, I had to admit defeat on that one. I'm not doing golden strawberries without this mode. Let's talk about crystal hearts. There are 24 crystal hearts. Blue is acquired once per A side in a secret area, usually. The pink or red, perhaps, is done by completing B side, and the yellow is done by completing C side. Very simple. There's also a gray one in Chapter 9, however it's not recorded here. though technically I did collect it because it's required to move on in the story or the progress of that level. Yeah, that's pretty much for Crystal Hearts. Other than that, we have cassettes. Cassettes are done to unlock the B-side, and as you see here, I got one every level. I should mention about the full clears, to indicate a full clear beside the time itself, the flags right here, usually the flags are actually red at their base. The handle, the stick part is usually red or brown, I forgot what it was, but now it's like blue because they got full clears. And I can confirm that, so yeah. Other than that though, I believe that is all. Oh yeah, don't worry about this because that's, again, invincibility. So my grand total is 0. And here's the order of Crystal Hearts I got them in. You don't get to see yellow ones for some reason, which is very strange. I guess, do the yellow ones even have names? I'm pretty sure they do. But other than that, yeah. Let's go to our file and just check what we can talk about. Let's see, cassette stamp is obtained by getting all cassettes. The pink heart is obtained by getting every single heart, I think. Or maybe the yellow one is just yellow hearts. The flag is actually just done by completing Chapter 7, and the bird is done by completing Chapter 9. Chapter 9, by the way, took me a whole 3 hours on camera. Yeah, that was a journey to say the least. But yeah, that'll be all for this 100 report. This game is quite frankly incredible. Story and as well as the gameplay. Though there were some frustrating level design parts that I have to disagree with. Was mostly a fair game. There are definitely some parts I do not agree with calling fair. I am not calling this an entirely fair game. There are definitely parts that are incredibly unfair. And not only unfair, there are parts that just seem like terrible level design. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to focus on the good here. This is an amazing game. Play it, I suppose. But yeah, that'll be it for 100 reports. I have admitted to any use of the assist mode. I wrote it down just so I could talk about it, but most of it is done on recording, so if you haven't, I guess watch my playthrough on it. There's gonna be some of the 100 reports are gonna be done on playthroughs on my channel, so yeah. Yeah, that'll be it. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next 100 reports. See you guys and stay safe. Bye.